Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, Brandon. Hello, hey, Jude. Good morning, Holly. Good morning. Good morning, Dee. Hey, hey, hey. There are some people up. Teddy Bear, hello, hello. See, I got to mix it up a little bit. I got to surprise y'all in the mornings. Beth, hello, good morning, good morning. Nice to see everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Robin, hello. Where's Summer and Sebastian? 1-800-TBI Fine. That's right, that's right. We're going to make this a short live this morning. But I do have a couple of videos. Sheila Upton, good morning from Knoxville, Tennessee. Yay! Good morning. Hello. You're awake? Everybody's probably awake. I know you ain't working on Saturday, hopefully. Hopefully you're getting some fun time today. Nala, hello, hello, hello. Hello. But I had some video sent to me. Y'all may have already heard this. It is kind of not about Sebastian, but it is about another autistic kid. And there's some short videos, but it made me go ding, 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 ding. And it made me think about some things that was said in the Sebastian Rogers case. So I said I fixed this live as I will say this morning, and I will leave it right here because y'all can remember in this case about some things that was said. And you know, like in my interview when I asked would Sebastian, you know, jump in between y'all, and just different things might pop in your head, because some of these videos I didn't watch all the way through. I seen it and I was one to jump this morning. I was like, holy crap. And then I heard Chris say something about you don't know what goes on behind closed doors, and you know, the perfect routine act, and you know, we all know how spotless the house is and all that stuff, you know, and my beautiful mod here has been calling the house a prop anyway. Just things that went boom, boom, boom. So I said I'm gonna just leave it right here. Y'all can use your imagination. And as far as this other child, thank God they were saved, and thank God that God intervened. That's all I can say. So it will be a short live. And thank you for the person who sent it to me. The people need to start opening their eyes. This makes me want to, yes, Brandon, you and 1-800 where's Summer, where's Sebastian? Yes. And least not forget, they said they had to take off their shoes at the door. I just want to point this out again. If y'all don't remember, they had to take off their shoes at the door. Well, in that Olivia interview, after Sebastian was gone, how come Chris's boots there was boots on the floor? There was boots on the floor in the dining room. I think it was 2 times we seen 2 different pictures like that. 2. Something is awful fishy going on here. I hope Sumner County Sheriff's Office, and Brandon Carter especially, and I hope TBI sees what I'm fixing to play here. I know they are busy in Sebastian Rogers' case and other cases. As Katie likes to put it, there's other children out there that needs help. Oh, we're fixing to see that, Miss Katie May. You think? You think you're wasting all this time? Big Bully Smiley's fixing to tell you. You've been wasting everybody's time, ma'am. Look at this. Trishy. I lost my train of thought. I'm gonna watch these videos. If you just coming in and rewind. I ain't had enough coffee for this morning. Terry B might be fixing to snitch. Ooh. Ooh. Well, Mr. Terry B. That might be a good thing. It might be save you some money, honey. Terry B might be tired of this shit, and it might even gain you a son back. You reckon? You reckon? Tell it, son. I'm game for whoever wants to tell it to get Sebastian Rogers back. You know, Terry, let me talk to you a minute, sir. Before they came into your family, sir, you know, what all have you lost? Didn't we hear you went to work and complain? You've lost a lot, haven't you, sir? Is this really worth it? I'm gonna have to think on this a bit. I bet they're giving you some real headaches, sir. Tell it. Tell the truth. You're getting up in them older years, you know. What was life like before for you? It sure wasn't this mess, I'm positive. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. He's still missing. Anybody that knows anything needs to tell something, right? Terry. Lesser charge, maybe? Are you involved? Whoever talks first. Really? I will say this morning. I will leave it here. Get with the program. Get with the program means Ellie. Anybody involved? Anybody who has any knowledge? Anybody? Let's watch what's going on here, okay? And I'll come back to this. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. Hit the thumbs up. And definitely prayers for Seth. And, oh, y'all don't forget, he's going to be on tonight. Somebody drop his link. I don't know what he's talking about. Somebody asked me. I have no clue. Seth is a very private person. I have no clue. But it's going to be interesting, whatever it is, I'm sure. Go over there and watch his channel tonight. I think it's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard or Central Standard Time. What am I talking about? Eastern. What do I know about Eastern? Central Standard Time. Oh, I do want to tell y'all something funny. Oh, this is I got to tell you this before I play these videos. And it's okay to say this because my understanding is the John Walsh thing is already recorded. So it's fine to say this. But last night, I had a good laugh with somebody. It wasn't expected. It's just how you're, Oh, my word. Okay. I got to read you this. I'm sure she won't mind. I won't even say who it was. I've got to read you this because we were just talking, they were asking me something about something else. Let's see, where'd it go? I got to get on here. This is funny. Okay. I'm just going to read you that part. I'm not going to. Okay, hold on. They were talking about. They had sent me something, and so I told them, it come up about the America's Most Wanted thing, and I said, but you do understand they didn't go together, but it was, it'll probably be made look like that because they went separate, and y'all get what I'm saying, whatever. And they're like, yeah, they were talking about Chris and them is trying to clean everything up, whatever. Okay, so they said they understood that. So, okay, so hold on, because this is hilarious. So, or at least we thought. So they said, they probably didn't want to go on the show. They probably just trying to clean things up. So I said, yep, laugh out loud. Well, he's fixing to, let's see, hold on a minute. Let's see. Fixing to get it. Okay, so I said, yeah, well, he's fixing, and they said he wants attention. I said, yeah, well, he's fixing to get attention. I said, because I was talking about Sebastian. He's fixing to get attention because, and Chris is fixing to get his attention. I said, because once they get on that show, I said, people's going to start coming out of the woodwork. I said, if they know anything, I said, he's probably, and I was talking about Chris, he's probably going to get more attention than he wanted. They want distractions and they don't want attention because Chris said he was going to go on all the big shows, right? He wanted the bigger shows. Well, this is a bigger show. Remember when you used to watch America's Most Wanted and everything? And well, anyway, the point of the matter is how these people play on here, whether they're playing or not playing, he might get all the attention, more attention than he wants, because I said these people are going to start coming from dating sites, and he's going to get more attention from dating sites and things he didn't want coming out. Okay. And that I said, and I personally think that's the best thing that's going to happen because people's going to start talking. So I don't care who goes where with who or whatever. I'm glad that they got on this show. And that's what I'm happy about. And this person said, oh my God, right, Chris is going to be the most wanted. And they started laughing and they said, God has such a great sense of humor. This is awesome. And I said, absolutely. What have I been telling y'all? I said, God has a funny way of doing things sometimes. So, hey, Jude. So that is true. That is true. So you get the gist of what we were saying, but that is true. I'm very, very thankful that they agreed for whatever reason to go on America's Most Wanted. And yeah, exactly, Holly. So people will see this and, people will see this and there will be tips coming in. It don't matter what kind of tips. These tips will be coming in, and I think it'll be more than they will bite off. So maybe my point is, maybe Terry has thought about that too. That's right. And I listened to that last night. You are so right. And at the end of the day, everybody talks to God. I did. And matter of fact, oh, that's what brought this up. Matter of fact, this person sent me this. A matter of fact, Chris, on Christopher's, y'all all saw that on his post. He posted that 6 days ago because they wanted to know, did he post? That's what they were asking me. Okay, so they were asking me, did he post that in lieu of when the vigil was? And I said, no, he posted that on March 20th, I believe. And, I went back and looked to make sure. Even Christopher Proudfoot, while we're on this subject, let's read this, which I thought is odd because everybody, hey, Hobo's Life and everybody coming in, everybody, like you said, one way or another, whether they believe in God or not, one way or another, hey, Michael, and especially if they're in trouble, they always go to God. They always, or whatever. God, please, I won't ask you no more. Or they always pray to God or something. Okay? But here, or I won't do it no more, or they try to bargain or whatever. Okay? Everybody talks to God. Everybody. Okay? And they're allowed to post what they want or, do what they want or whatever. But 6 days ago, I did find it kind of strange. That's just me. I know the haters are not, of course. Because I thought at this time when this was posted, to me, it was just kind of odd that Christopher posted this. But he posted Daily Gods. God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the times I asked for your forgiveness, ran back to sin. I'm sorry for the times I said I love you, but refused to read your word and get to know you. God, I'm sorry that I disappoint you. You more times than I can count. But I thank you for still choosing me. If you love God and you are not ashamed of him, send to your friends, and praise him. Amen. That was 6 days ago. Yeah. But I also felt it was around the same time, in my opinion, that things were falling apart with, who and all that kind of stuff. So is things going bad over there? Do they know things are going wrong? Again, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I don't know. I just found it odd. And then that's what somebody asked me last night because they spotted it. And I'm like, no, that was, 6-8 days ago. So, Donna, I don't believe anything either, but I found it odd. That's just my position. I found it odd. I think they know whether, I don't know. I don't know how to say that. I just think the end of the line is coming. I just think the end of the line. That's just me. But anyway, let's carry on with this, okay? Hold on. But I think the John Walsh thing is a good thing. Okay, hold on. And again, I don't know which ones is what. This might be mixed up. I never get anything in order. Hold on, let's see. They're probably all about the same. So I'm just going to play probably this one.
He from Ceres is getting the help he needs today after escaping his home this week. Employees at a grocery store helped rescue the boy, who was covered in bruises with his hands bound.
ABC 10's Gabriel Porras spoke to those heroes and has this.
Oh, thank you, Hobo's Life.
Good morning.
After more than 4 decades in retail,
Thank you.
there are 2 things that keep Rebecca Renard going: my employees and dealing with customers.
Those normal faces who walked through the front doors at Cost Less in Ceres. But Wednesday afternoon
We were doing our job.
wasn't normal.
I heard several people just kind of make a gasp.
A naked 15-year-old boy ran into the store, his body covered with bruises and his hands tied together.
He ran to our back aisle, aisle 16.
Ceres police say he is autistic and nonverbal.
We didn't know what we were coming up against.
But Rebecca's instincts kicked in.
I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, and I requested a jacket. I just continued to assure him, he was going to be okay.
While another manager called police.
We know what we need to do, and they did it. They didn't need me here for it, and that's what makes me so proud of them.
Ceres police only had to drive about a block away to find out where the teen was coming from, his home on Richland Avenue. When those officers thought they had already seen it all, they made another discovery.
Inside of the residence was covered with feces and urine, and it was truly unlivable.
But police say the teen was living there with his grandparents, 36-year-old mother and 12-year-old sister. His sister was uninjured.
The 3 adults were arrested for child endangerment. The children were released into the custody of Child Protective Services.
In all of my years here, I never experienced anything like that.
A first in more than 40 years, and Rebecca hopes it's the last time.
Holly.
It touched everybody. It was a very heart-wrenching. I hope other children out there do not ever go through what this young man has went through.
In Ceres, Gabriel Porras, ABC 10.
My goodness, and police say it's just not clear how long the boy faced those conditions, but it is a reminder to everyone to please report things when you hear or see any signs of abuse.
Always report if you think that you know something, hear anything, but that's not it. Listen to this. Well, let me get this one down because I don't know who's I'm pulling up next. Hold on. Now, I want to hear the neighbors' point of view. I want to watch how these people act. Now, this one does. Hold on.
Ceres police have arrested 3 people in charges of child abuse and neglect. Police say they were called to Hatch Road and Richland Avenue for reports of a nude person running in the streets. And when they arrived, they found a 15-year-old with autism at a grocery store with bound wrists and injuries. Police then went to the boy's home where they found a 12-year-old female with autism. She was not hurt, but the home was in poor condition. The boy's mother, Leandra Renteria, as well as 2 others, Gary Wilson and Lenore Wilson, were all arrested on charges of child abuse and neglect. The children are now with Child Protective Services.
Oh, that was the short one. Hold on. Dang it. Dang it. Oh, sorry. Wrong one.
A boy with autism comes running into a store with his wrists bound. Now his mom is facing child abuse and neglect charges. Ceres police said a 15-year-old boy was found at the Cost Less grocery store on Hatch Road, nude and bound at the wrists. Officers say it looked like he was also bound at the ankles at some point. His mom showed up looking for him, and officers say they learned a 12-year-old girl also with autism was at home. They went there and found her safe. The mom and 2 others were arrested. The 2 kids are now with CPS.
Oh, man, come on. Where's that one video? Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I want to hear the neighbors. I want to hear the neighbors because it showed the house, okay? It showed the house, and it showed where it showed the neighbor, and it showed on the outside, they had all these autism flags, and like the parents was doing everything perfect on the outside, all the autism flags and all that stuff. It's like, what, I'll be looking for it. Oh, this is it, I think. Hold on.
This home looks picture perfect with signs that say autism awareness. An anonymous neighbor hearing what is not seen.
They're like always banging on the walls like a fist or whatever. Bam, 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 bam.
But what police say happens behind closed doors is unimaginable.
Or that they have them tied up or something in the house.
Officers say a 15-year-old boy with autism ran about a block to this grocery store.
I could hear people gasp, like, like a sound of shock. And I turned, and when I did, the young gentleman was coming across the front end with no clothes on.
You guys did a great job yesterday.
Thank you so much.
A normal day for managers at Cost Less Foods went from calm to chaotic in seconds.
This kid is in trouble and we need to get him help.
Visibly in danger.
His wrists were together and there was another rope on his ankle.
His appearance concerning.
He had 75 to 100, maybe more bruises, several bruises all over his body.
Managers covered the teen with a coat and dialed 911.
I just kept telling him, everything's going to be okay. And I would pat him on the back and everything's going to be okay. We're here. We're going to take care of you.
Ceres police arrived shortly after.
A lady arrived on scene claiming that she was looking for her son. She was identified as Leandra Renteria.
Police went to the home and discovered 2 other adults and a 12-year-old girl with autism. The child was not hurt.
The living conditions were, feces and urine throughout the house, strong odors, things that are very, strong health hazards that nobody should be living in.
Police say both children were taken by Child Protective Services. Many say they will never forget that boy.
I would probably just give him a hug, and I think he would know.
3 adults were arrested on charges of child abuse and neglect. The boy's mother, grandmother, and her husband.
We spoke earlier and you mentioned not wanting to comment on the situation
in Ceres.
Do you have anything to say about the charges you or your other family members are facing?
I'm Anahita Jafari, KCRA 3 News.
Well, that mother is still in jail. The other 2 adults are no longer in custody.
I mean, let me turn this music off. How do people, I don't understand. I just don't understand. And then how do people, on the outside, they got all these autism things and like they're all for this and stuff. And then you got the people themselves living in there along with all this feces and stuff. The grandmother, the whatever, the boyfriend. I mean, they're all, this is why I can't. I can't. I don't get it. I don't. It's horrible. And if that boy hadn't escaped, he would probably be just like the one in Connecticut, or he probably would be a goner. By the way, here's my little Tide pen. I never used one of these. I'm going to promote Tide today. I never used one of these. My son uses them. We call him Cinderella sometimes, my middle one. Not so much anymore since he does the welding and stuff, but so I got me one to go in my purse, and I hadn't never used it. And I spilled a little coffee on my shirt the other day, my white shirt. They really, really work. I was gonna I was somewhere and I was gonna do that, and I did it, and it punches down. Make sure you punch it down. Whoops, see? Punch it down. And before I could get home to take it off, the stain was already gone. It was gone. Before I could even get it in the washer. I'm just saying. The washer, I know y'all are going to laugh at my accent. Just saying. I'm sitting here playing with my little pen. I never put it back in my purse. So always carry one with you. Always carry one with you. I always got to be touching something. But yeah, she said, I'm beginning to think some parents just give up and nowhere else to turn for mental breaks. Possibly, but there is always help out there. But there's no excuse. There's no excuse for the children, you know. And there is summer camps. There are camps. And oh, for the record, and I know. Listen, for the record, if you didn't know and you can't afford it, I do want to throw this out here. My children's been to camps. All of them, even one with no issues. Listen, they love it. If you can't afford it, apply for a scholarship. They can go a week and they learn things. You know, let them go. Don't hold them back. Allow them to do things. Let them go. You know? You can't hold your kid in 24/7. Nowadays, I know that you want to. I know that. But always check out everything and every place. It is fun. Hey, Jude. The ones you got to fear is the ones you can't walk in 24/7. You know? But let them do things. Let them do things. Get you a break if you need a break. There's no reason in this world whatsoever, no excuse in this world whatsoever, what these people are doing to their children. You can't tell me any reason that it's okay That's right, Brandon. You can't tell me. And there's camps, churches do camps. Um, um, there's all kinds of camps. Summer camps, weekly camps, 2 weeks at a time. They break them up during the summer. Vacation Bible School. I loved Vacation Bible School when I was a kid. I loved it. But there's no excuse in this world. You can't sit in my face and tell me there's any excuse in the world for hurting a child. None. Why would you cage a child up in your house like an animal? I don't know. I'm glad this child or teen or whatever got out. But in the meantime, like I said yesterday, who has the means, the money, the opportunity to hide Sebastian Rogers so good he can't be found? Where is Sebastian? Where's Sebastian? Somebody knows something. He did not walk out of that house. This needs to come to an end. Hey, if Terry wants to tell it, tell it. Whoever knows something needs to tell it. There's a $347,000 reward altogether. $50,000 of that is from the FBI. You shouldn't need to do it for money, but it's there. Even if you're going to go to jail and you say, well, what's the money going to do? Nice little chunk on your books. Right? Because if you have money, you say, well, I have money. I don't need money. Your money might actually be tied up for a while. You think about that? I'm just curious. Yeah, we're not going anywhere. We are not going anywhere. If I only talk about this 10 minutes a day, been on here 35, 36 minutes, we're not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I don't care. Say his name. If I just share a video of somebody's, I'm not going anywhere. No matter what it takes, Seth Rogers is going to know and have closure to what happened to his son, or get his son back in his arms. Thank you so much, Bliss Blessings. Thank you. And we're going to continue to send in any information. Somebody's going to look into that, whether it's LE, TBI, or dog. I know they follow every lead. Seth follows every lead. Dog follows every lead that's given to them. And whatever Seth follows, so does LE in that area, period. So it's being followed. You can believe that. Nobody's giving up. Hey, dog. Hello, hello. Welcome. You're not giving up either, are you, dog? Nobody's giving up. Nobody's giving up. We're going to find him. We're going to find out what's happening. And we're going to bring Sebastian home at all cost. We're never giving up. Never. So you keep your name, you keep his name and his face out there. And don't ever, ever let anybody tell you any different, that it don't help. Because it helps, and any information that you have helps. I know for facts they are looking. That I do know. So please, please, if you know something, please say something. Thank you. All I need is Jesus and coffee. I need my coffee this morning, honey. Thank you so much. Thank you. I need to finish my coffee. Thank you. I appreciate you. Say his name, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Okay? And please know, this case will not go cold. It will not. Okay? Seth, if you're listening, stay strong. We'll see you tonight over in your chat. And please call 1-800-TBI-FINE. I called them yesterday. They are still taking tips, and he is still on the missing alert. So don't worry about that. Y'all heard it when I called in, and everything's good. There is a reward, again, $347,000. Look at his face. Look. Please look. Please look. Brandon Carter is working this case 24/7. Okay? 24/7. He has no other case. 615-451-3838 is his number. He's a male now. He is now 16. He went missing from his Sumner County home, Stafford Avenue. Katie, his mother, was the last one with him. He's a white male, brown hair, brown eyes, 5'5", 120 pounds. He could be way more now or less. We don't know. But he wears glasses. He can now wear contacts. We don't know. This is what's on the Amber Alert. Last seen February 25th, 2024. If you know something, please say something. You can call any FBI in your area, but we need to get these out. We need to get flyers out and keep his name circulating. We are not going to give up. Please, Katie, do the right thing. Tell what you know. Chris, it doesn't matter who. Neighbors, everybody, please come forward. I know everybody's been doing the best they can. But keep his name and face out there. Thank you. Thank you all for joining me, and y'all have a great, great morning. See you in the streets. Bye.